Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is the DAUG here once again, and it's time to give you my opinion on the two free games PlayStation's getting in July. Now, of course, don't forget June. I was not a big fan of because I already owned on Borderlands the Handsome Collection and Sonic Mania. I think a lot of people enjoyed June, and would say June was probably the best month so far, but for me, June gets a thumbs down only because of the fact I already own the games. I had Sonic Mania pre-ordered when it first came out. I actually had the collector's edition. I had the statue in my bedroom. Borderlands the Handsome Collection I had on disc previously, and then I traded it to get a different game on disc, and then I bought it when it was on a sale a few months ago. So kind of already owned them. That is the risk you take. Now for July, I already know there's a lot of people upset because it's two games. Probably the majority didn't want, but at the same time, I highly doubt anybody really owns both games. You may own one of them, and that may be the soccer game, and I'll get to why that kind of understand where they're coming from for that one. But let's talk about them both. The first one, by the way, I do kind of have to thank Dark Knight for giving me the heads up on this. The first one is the PES 2019 Pro Evolution Soccer. Now, I'm honest, I have never played a soccer game. I am not a soccer fan. But in the US, soccer is probably not the most popular sport, but around the rest of the world, soccer is. I know a lot of people are like, well, can't they just release it there? But we are in the Women's World Cup. I think that ends this weekend. So I kind of understand why they may have done this. Get people hyped up for whoever wins the Women's World Cup and getting ready for the Men's World Cup. So I can see it there. Plus, it does have online multiplayer. So, people can't say we're not getting a one-player game. We're actually getting a AAA multiplayer game. Yeah, I know a lot of people are probably hoping for FIFA, but let's be honest. EA is not going to ever have a free game, most likely. It does have a platinum, no, and from what I read of the trophy guide, it's a 3 out of 10, so as long as you have a second controller, you probably can get most of the online trophies for that game. So we'll see how it is, and I'll download it, give it a shot, because I do like my sports games, and I've never played a soccer game before, excluding, well, let me rephrase it. The only soccer game I've ever played is the Mega Man soccer game on Super Nintendo, but never played FIFA, never played PES, so I'm going to see how it goes. And we'll probably do Let's Take a Look at once it's done. Now the other game, which is one I'm really happy for, one I've been wanting, is Horizon Chase Turbo. That's an old school kickback to me. When I first looked at it, it reminds me of all the old school racing games from back in the day, in the late 80s and 90s, Outrun, all that, and I love old school type of games. I actually, if they're done in 8-bit or anything, it brings makes the kid in me a little happy again. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. That also has a platinum, also has multiplayer as well. So you're getting two games that have multiplayer, two games that have a platinum, and I know there's still going to be a lot of people upset because it wasn't games they wanted or they thought we should have got something better. Here's the thing. We never know what you're going to get. It is a crapshoot. And sometimes I've heard people on Xbox usually get mad about their games because they may have owned them already. I highly doubt a lot of people own Horizon Chase Turbo and the other ones. So I'm just going to go to the PlayStation Store real quick while they come up. But, if you don't own them or you don't want them, let's remember, we just did have Crash Nitro Fuel come out. Not every month's going to be a great hit. I do think this will be a good hit for me personally, mostly because of the Turbo one. The Saga one's kind of up in the air. I can't really judge that till I play it, personally, and I think that's one of the big issues with people nowadays. They will just judge it by how it looks and not play it. I wish people would do that, just play the game first and then come to a decision. But me personally, the racing one I'm looking forward to. I give that a thumbs up. The soccer one, we'll see what happens. I have to really be careful on that one because of the fact of it is one of those situations that I don't know nothing about. I don't know anything about soccer, so if you do know a lot about soccer and you don't own the game, that's probably gonna be a great game for you. And I do have a lot of friends on PSN who love soccer. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. But for me personally, I'll see how they go. But dude, let's take a look at, and we'll see what I think. I do think though the racing one will be the best one. At least for me personally. Let me know if you're looking forward to the two games, or are you disappointed and wish it was something else. Now I know I want to say this as well. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, why can't we get Evil Within 2?" I already own it. That would not help me. Okay, that's the one thing I've noticed. It seems like everyone who usually says, "Why can't it be this two games?" 9 times out of 10, already own the game they wanted it to be. So that doesn't help me. I'd rather have for games I don't own be free than games that I own that everybody else does, and that doesn't help me. Like again, this past month, I already own both of them. I think a majority of people have owned both, at least either Borderlands or Sonic. So kind of June, I still would say is the bad month. I don't think anyone can convince me otherwise. Now the games were not bad. It's just already owned them, so automatically bad month. But let me know what you think of the games for July. Are you happy to play some soccer and go boogity boogity boogie? Let's go racing. Let me know in the comment section. Till then, have a good night.